Something happened in 2026 that most British shoppers have no idea about. Quietly, without press conferences, without front-page headlines, without anyone from Costco sending you a single word of explanation. 12 food products that millions of British families have been buying in bulk at Costco, storing in their cupboards, cooking with every week, feeding to the people they love, were flagged, restricted, or banned by European food safety authorities, citing risks that are particularly serious for one specific group of people: seniors. Adults over 60, the exact demographic that shops at Costco most regularly. The European Food Safety Authority, EFSA, along with national food agencies across France, Germany, and Scandinavia, spent 3 years systematically tightening standards around food additives, chemical contaminants, and ultra-processed formulations. In 2026, that process reached specific product categories heavily represented in Costco's UK warehouse. These are not obscure imports. They are household names, products with loyal customer bases built over decades. Products that seniors have trusted because they were affordable, convenient, and available in bulk, and because nobody ever told them there was a reason to be concerned. Here is why seniors face greater risk than any other age group. Kidney function declines by 30 to 40% between ages 40 and 70, meaning food additives, excess sodium, and chemical preservatives accumulate in the bloodstream at higher concentrations for longer. Liver detoxification capacity decreases, so synthetic compounds that a younger body eliminates build up with repeated exposure. Cardiovascular sensitivity increases, making the sodium loads and inflammatory profiles of ultra-processed foods significantly more dangerous than they are for younger hearts. The bulk format makes everything worse. When you buy in bulk, you consume in bulk. And for a senior body, cumulative exposure is precisely what transforms a bargain into a health risk. Today I am naming all 12. Some will surprise you. Several are in your kitchen right now. Stay to the end and share this with every senior in your life. If this is your first time here, subscribe right now and hit the notification bell. This channel covers the food safety stories that mainstream media buries or never covers at all. New investigations every week. You need to be here for every one of them. Product number 1. Bulk processed. Deli meats. Costco's bulk deli meats, sliced ham, turkey breast, chicken slices, and formed meat products in large multi-serving formats, sit at the top of this list for a reason. EFSA's 2026 review of nitrate and nitrite preservatives resulted in significantly tightened exposure limits, reflecting evidence linking chronic nitrite consumption to colorectal cancer risk and cardiovascular inflammation. For seniors with reduced kidney filtration, nitrite accumulation from regular bulk deli meat consumption exceeds what the revised guidelines consider safe. A single 2-slice serving of many processed ham products contains up to 900 milligrams of sodium, nearly half the entire recommended daily intake. What to do? Replace with whole cooked chicken breast or freshly prepared protein. If deli meats are consumed, limit to twice weekly and choose nitrate-free varieties. Product 22. Kirkland Signature Bacon Bulk Pack. Bacon combines 3 separate risk factors: nitrite preservatives, extremely high sodium, and saturated fat, presenting direct cardiovascular risk. The WHO classified processed meats, including bacon, as Group 1 carcinogens in 2015. EFSA's 2026 action tightened acceptable daily nitrite intake to levels that make regular bacon consumption by adults over 60 inconsistent with safe exposure guidelines. The bulk format drives consumption patterns that push exposure far above what occasional use produces. What to do? Treat bacon as an occasional treat rather than a weekly staple. The bulk format is not appropriate for seniors consuming this product regularly. Product number 3. Ultra-processed frozen ready meals. Costco's frozen ready meals, lasagnas, pies, curries, and multi-serving frozen formats sit at the intersection of multiple 2026 EFSA concerns simultaneously. The regulatory action targets emulsifiers, compounds including carrageenan, polysorbate 80, and carboxymethyl cellulose, linked to gut barrier disruption, systemic inflammation, and altered microbiome composition. For seniors whose gut microbiome diversity is already compromised by age, the emulsifier load of regular ready meal consumption represents a cumulative inflammatory risk the revised guidelines specifically flag for over 60 populations. Sodium content adds further concern. Most bulk frozen ready meals contain 1,200 to 1,800 milligrams per serving. What to do? Reserve frozen ready meals for genuine emergencies. Batch cook homemade meals where sodium and additives can be controlled. Product number 4. Flavored crisps and snack multipacks. The flavored crisp and snack multipack category was flagged specifically for acrylamide, a chemical formed during high-temperature processing of starchy foods, classified as a probable human carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. Heavily flavored, high-temperature fried snack products consistently test at or above updated EFSA acrylamide benchmark thresholds. For seniors with reduced liver detoxification capacity, the carcinogenic risk of regular acrylamide consumption is proportionally greater than for younger adults. What to do? Replace with plain nuts, seeds, or rice cakes processed at lower temperatures with significantly lower acrylamide formation. 4 down, 8 more to go, and they get more serious from here. If this video is already making you rethink what is in your Costco trolley, hit the like button right now. Every like puts this in front of another senior who needs this information. Hit it and let's keep going. Product number 5. Bulk refined seed oils. Large bottles of sunflower oil, corn oil, and blended cooking oils were the subject of significant 2026 EFSA guidance updates regarding toxic aldehyde formation during high-temperature cooking. When refined seed oils high in polyunsaturated fatty acids are heated to cooking temperatures, they produce aldehydic compounds, cytotoxic, neurotoxic, and genotoxic at concentrations achievable through regular high-heat cooking. The 2026 guidance explicitly flagged this as a dietary risk factor for older adults, based on research linking aldehyde exposure to neuroinflammation and accelerated cognitive decline. What to do? Replace with extra virgin olive oil for low to medium heat and butter or ghee for high-heat cooking. Product number 6. Artificially sweetened bulk beverages. Bulk diet soft drinks, sugar-free squash, and flavored water products sweetened with aspartame, sucralose, and acesulfame K were directly impacted by EFSA's 2026 reassessment of artificial sweetener safety for chronic high-volume consumption. Updated guidance tightened acceptable daily intake for aspartame specifically for populations with reduced metabolic capacity, including adults over 60. Research published between 2023 and 2025 also linked regular sucralose consumption to disrupted gut microbiome composition and altered cardiovascular risk markers, findings incorporated into the 2026 recommendations. What to do? Replace with water, sparkling water with natural fruit, or herbal teas. The bulk format drives consumption volumes inconsistent with updated safety guidance for seniors. Product number 7. Bulk breakfast. Cereals with high added sugar. Large format boxes of branded granolas and honey-coated cereals were flagged for 2 separate concerns in the 2026 action. First, added sugar content exceeds levels consistent with updated EFSA guidelines for older adults, for whom glycemic control becomes progressively more critical. Second, and more specifically, several fortified cereals sold at Costco contain iron fortification at levels that, combined with dietary iron from other sources, can produce iron overload in seniors. The risk of hemochromatosis, iron accumulation causing liver, heart, and joint damage, increases significantly in adults over 60 consuming heavily fortified grain products regularly. What to do? Choose plain porridge oats or unsweetened muesli. Avoid heavily iron-fortified products unless specifically recommended by a physician following blood testing. Product number 8. Processed cheese products with phosphate additives. Bulk sliced cheese singles, spreadable cheese portions, and cheese sauce products contain phosphate additives, emulsifying salts, including E339, E340, and E341, used to achieve smooth, uniform texture. EFSA's 2026 action on inorganic phosphate additives tightened guidance based on evidence that dietary inorganic phosphate is absorbed almost completely by the gut and excreted by the kidneys. For seniors with reduced kidney function, the phosphate load of regular processed cheese consumption contributes to hyperphosphatemia, elevated blood phosphate linked to cardiovascular calcification, bone demineralization, and kidney disease progression. What to do? Replace with natural aged cheeses, cheddar, parmesan, Gouda, which contain organic phosphate bound to protein rather than free inorganic phosphate additives. Product 9. Flavored nut varieties. Plain mixed nuts are among the most nutritionally beneficial snack foods available. The flavored varieties, honey roasted, salt and vinegar, barbecue, sold in Kirkland. Signature canisters are a fundamentally different product. Flavoring systems applied to coated nut products contain artificial compounds, acrylamide from high-temperature coating processes, added sugars, and sodium levels that transform a genuinely healthy food into a product with a risk profile closer to crisps than to nuts. The 2026 EFSA guidance flagged heavily flavored, high-temperature processed snack products, specifically including coated nut varieties, for the same acrylamide concerns identified in the crisp category. What to do? Buy plain, unsalted or lightly salted mixed nuts only. The Kirkland Signature plain variety passes without concern. The flavored varieties do not. Product 10. Bulk fruit juices with added sugars. Costco's large carton fruit juices, including orange, apple, cranberry blends and tropical drinks, contain a significant proportion of products that are reconstituted concentrates or juice drinks containing as little as 10 to 25% actual fruit juice. The 2026 EFSA dietary guidance for older adults specifically flagged liquid sugar, the free fructose and glucose in fruit juice, as a priority concern for glycemic management, liver health, and cardiovascular risk in the over 60 population. Unlike whole fruit, juice delivers sugar without fiber, producing blood glucose spikes that an aging pancreas manages far less effectively. The bulk format normalizes large daily consumption volumes that compound the risk significantly. What to do? Replace with whole fruit. Where juice is consumed, limit to 150 ml per day and choose 100% juice with no added sugar. Product number 11. Ultra-processed baked goods and pastries. Costco's bakery section, large format muffins, croissants, Danish pastries, and sweet baked goods in the oversized quantities that define warehouse retail, combines multiple 2026 EFSA concerns into one category. Refined flour, high added sugar, emulsifier load, and artificial flavorings all appear in the EFSA 2026 action. For seniors, the combined glycemic, inflammatory, and cardiovascular impact of regular ultra-processed baked good consumption represents one of the highest dietary risk concentrations of any single food category on this list. The Costco format amplifies the risk. A dozen oversized muffins in the refrigerator will be consumed, creating patterns that no senior's cardiovascular system is well positioned to manage. What to do? Treat Costco bakery items as occasional purchases for specific occasions only. They are not appropriate as regular grocery staples for adults over 60. Product number 12. Bulk instant noodles and flavored pasta products. The bulk instant noodle and flavored pasta category combines the highest sodium concentrations on this entire list with the emulsifier and preservative profile flagged in the 2026 EFSA action on ultra-processed foods. A single serving of most instant noodle products contains between 1,500 and 2,200 milligrams of sodium, representing 75 to 110% of an adult's entire recommended daily intake in a single meal. For seniors with hypertension, affecting approximately 65% of adults over 65 in the UK, this is not a dietary concern, it is a cardiovascular event risk. The 2026 EFSA action specifically flagged instant noodle products sold in bulk retail formats as inconsistent with updated dietary safety guidance for older adults. What to do? Remove instant noodles from your Costco list entirely. Replace with whole grain pasta or rice seasoned at home where sodium can be controlled. 12 products. All available at Costco UK right now. all carrying risks that European food safety authorities have specifically identified as disproportionately serious for adults over 60. This is not about fear. Costco sells extraordinary value on genuinely excellent products: fresh produce, plain proteins, quality olive oil, natural nuts, whole dairy. The warehouse format works brilliantly for good food, but the same bulk format that makes Costco exceptional for good food makes it particularly dangerous for these 12. Because when you buy in bulk, you consume in bulk. And for seniors, that cumulative exposure is precisely what transforms a bargain into a health risk. Read every label, know every ingredient, and share this video today, because the people who need this information most are the ones least likely to find it on their own. Before you go, drop a comment right now and tell us, which of these 12 products have you been buying regularly? Has anything on this list surprised you? We read and respond to every comment every single week. And if you have a parent, grandparent, neighbor, or friend over 60 who shops at Costco, share this video with them today, not tomorrow, today. Subscribe if you haven't already. We will keep investigating and keep telling you exactly what we find. See you in the next one.